When facing a new challenge or preparing to embark on a new endeavor, do you ever sense the whispers of the will within you? To put the question in more human terms, do you ever get gut feelings? I see. As a rule, the Orphi favor logic. But in the most crucial of times, we have relied instead upon the will of the Orva within us. I have felt the presence of Cenerapa water deep in Noctilum. The knowledge is clearly a gift from my Orva. For as long as we have that water, the Orphi survive. I fear I must go to Noctilum at once. I would ask your assistance.
Just ignore. I don't want to hear how long will it be. There's no chance for me. Uncontrollable. All things gone from left to right, and this world is changing fast. It's so hard to find the answer for.
Hello everyone, I'm Luxin. Welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles of Narnia. Last time we did some side quests. This time we're going to do some more side quests. I'm going to be playing as Elma this time because why not play as Elma for once? She's going to be in the party for the rest of the story. Might as well keep her around. In addition to doing side quests, the goal of today is just to get myself to level 30 because once I hit level 30, I can get a new skill, maybe do some experimenting with that. Then once I'm done with that, it's story mission time. First off though, the journey begins. We have to accompany Kunwarb somewhere into Noctilum to find more of the water the Orphi used last episode to do their fission thing. So we need to gather 3 pieces of Longween's driftwood in Primordia, which is just a random collectible. So first off is going to be a cutaway. In the area north of Arent Bridge, so basically the northern point of Primordia right before it turns into intercontinental waters, and during the day that's where you're going to find Longween's driftwood the most commonly. You might have also remembered this thing that I was having a lot of trouble opening up earlier because this bladder would be noticing me all the time. Well, now that I'm a high enough level for it not to attack me, or maybe there's a weaker one or a not sound type one appears during the day or something, I was able to get this. It was just mechanical level 1, nothing important. I believe we just go back to NLA, that's the objective. Yep. That was the entire quest, surprisingly. In case you're wondering, I didn't put the skill over to Elma, so the playstyle would actually change in battle, and I'm not planning on actually having Brian in the Skell that often. If I need to, I'll put him in the lead and fight with him in the Skell for that, but I'm just having it so I can swap him in the lead and easily use the Skell for travel, and like, not have to teleport back to it. So like, if we're exploring Sylvalum somewhere, and it turns out, oh, I need the Skell to get someplace, I switch him into the lead and use him, rather than assigning the Skell to Elma and then having to go back to it if I leave it somewhere. But we can talk to Kunwarb now. Didn't really have a good scene or joke to start it on, so I only actually read out the text for that directly, and because I thought this was going to be a longer mission. But this guy's dying. That's a problem. Alright, we'll head to Noctilum with him. But that's the entire quest. Kunwarb has headed off to Noctilum on his own, surprisingly. Got a segment, got a decent amount of EXP, and I believe he'll now show up in Noctilum, presumably asking for help, because everything that's not a human is kind of really bad at living without humans to protect them. Which amazes me how they got this far. Here we go. Once Kunlwarb has left, you'll now be able to, over here on this bridge, sort of north of Deliverance Park, kind of right outside the residential district, you can find Conluarb, which is the Orphe Kunlwarb probably fissioned with, or like the second person that he was born alongside. But he left a message with Con saying that if something happened, he should help us. He's not back yet, and something might have happened because Noctilum is Noctilum. Even though it's not Sylvalum or Cauldros, it's still pretty bad if you can't fight anything at all. So they are now able to synthesize Cenerapa water from Biano Lake because it's really pure for some reason. And as long as he can get a sample amount, you don't need to have problems with Orpheans dying. The race will be fine as long as he gets some. So it's now our job to find him. And checking the Noctilum map, we do need to go pretty far north of Noctilum. It's a segment north of FN Site 210. Alright, from FN 210, it looks like we do have just a straight shot north here. No it doesn't, because that's not a pathway. I think I fell for that before. In the Blood Pond Basin, there's a treasure over there that looks to be biological. I don't know if we've been this far into Noctilum since upgrading Bio to level 2. So I'm gonna check. No, it isn't Bio, it's Mechanical level 2. I don't know how we didn't get that before. It's no segment, but it's there. Let's see, these 4 fexes are a squad task requirement. Looks like I was wrong in where I went. I needed to be going across there and north that way. I probably instinctively avoided the Ganglion Bridge. Or at least I think that is a Ganglion-made bridge. I'm not entirely sure. It probably is because of the searchlights and the level 36 Guide Owl Galder. But who knows? Oh, yeah. I was way too weak to come here before. Got this border pug. Step 1 is to initiate combat. Step 2 is to exit your skells, because we don't need our skells to kill this thing. And step 3 is to unfortunately not use Sliding Slinger ever. Look at that, Shadow Strike's doing fine. I honestly wish I could be using Sliding Slinger. Alright, we'll give Hope a buff. Not gonna use Electric Surge yet, don't need to. I don't know why we're on it. I guess it's targeting Brian because he's down underwater or something like that. I don't know. Wow, I missed almost every shot with that Violent Streak. Doesn't matter because we got Sliding Slinger. We're out of the way. Shadow Strike's doing work. I think we're good here. Yep, it started to self-destruct, but didn't get too far. It dropped the standard Pug, dropped the standardest of cranks, the standard crank. Actually, you'll see the Skell isn't on the map, and it's actually not anywhere where he... Oh, there it is. I think if I tell him to board it, he'll run over to it. Should have told him to board it before killing the thing. So my whole plan to just have the Skell as backup completely backfired now, but we'll run with it. It might teleport to the outside radius of the battle if I tell Brian to board it in the middle of a fight later. I'll try that. I don't know if it'll work, but I'll try it. Another chump changey thing. Look at this. Now we're actually not having trouble invading a Ganglion base. I'm not sure how much of a base this one actually is. It's more of like a storage area for materials. They do have Puglets, so I guess it is a base. It's just not as dense as the ones in Primordia, or especially the one in Oblivia we had to infiltrate, like, twice. Alright, this is Arky, so it's... Oh no, it's level 1. Okay, that did aggro this guy, but he's level 20, so... Alright. Oh, there we go, that was a good That was Hope has some good soul voices actually. That was it was 50% chance of gaining 500 TP just by like using a green art. I actually have Elma Overdrive ready, but not gonna do anything with that. Don't need to. Also don't really have the arts to make her Overdrive particularly good. So I'll just Sliding Singer off the universe instead, and not have to worry about it because reasonably competent AI, I'll say. Not great, but it works well enough to finish off the last 10% of an enemy's HP when you accidentally jump off a cliff. Not sure how well it'll help me beat this thing, but we'll figure it out. Open up with a double damage Shadow Strike. That's pretty bad. Good thing is, by telling Brian to target an appendage, he will automatically get whatchamacallit, Core Crusher boost from everything he uses. It looks like we'll be okay. Seems to have less HP than I think it would be. Yeah, there we go. There's another double damage Shadow Strike. Since it's resistant to it, I don't get that. Alright, that'll give Hope an extra 250 TP, I think. Or was supposed to give me an extra 250 TP? I don't know. I had 3,000, so I'll never really be able to see that. At least until later. You know what? I can Stream Edge this guy. That was Stream Edge, right? Okay, that was Stream Edge. The way I have my mic set up, I can't see that corner of the screen, so I wasn't 100% sure what art name I used. Oh, that's a new Lin line. I guess it's one of the ones that only happens when a studious avatar isn't party lead. But it looks like... Alright, so there's the Drone Knight Quo. I'm gonna follow ball. Is he actually on the other side of this lake? I think so. So first step, I'll grab this. I can't grab that, never mind. I guess the... You know, I'm gonna aggro that thing if I try running. And the more I try to run, the more it'll just kill me. Okay, so we can see Kun Warp. He's on the other side here. I'm gonna fight this thing just for safety. Let's see what we're working with. Alright, gain critical power. Critical power again. Then use the critical based art, which didn't really work too well, but eh. Does have even less HP than the Puglet, despite being like a not horribly aggressive thing. Oh, that would have been great to have the Shadow Strike for, unfortunately, but... What? Wait. There's an electric element, but Electric Surge is an ether-based attack. None of these attack names make any sense. And I know as a fact that wasn't a translation error, because it's like Sparking Saw or something in Japanese, too. Okay, Brian is class rank 9, still nowhere close to level 30, unfortunately. And yeah, before saving Kunlarv, we'll get this thing too, a little bit of EXP. That doesn't look good, he's lying down in the poison water. I have to be in the poison water to actually talk to him. Probably a bad sign. Let's see. Gah. We have come to save him, but he's already dying. For being subject to blunt force trauma and having his organs ruptured, he really looks exactly the same as he normally does. Like, I can't be only one to see that. But whatever, no Orphean can survive this, that's fair. First thing, there are 4 choices in this quest. You have to do 2 specific ones for the 3rd and 4th choices in order to get the good ending. So he's found some center apple water. And just wants to divide. So we'll tell him that there's a way to replicate the water. Conwarb has indeed done it. He does it. His own desire to divide is of no importance, so take the water. So we'll have the Ova. Now what you want to do is not hit accept. or whatever, every time. Does wish to leave behind new life, but he must not because he only found one drop. I don't know how that works, but we'll roll with it. It's sci-fi. But we'll promise to find more ourselves. Good job! You learned how to say thank you. Maybe your offspring will have emotions. So let's see. So he's using it on himself, and let's see what's going on here. He's just bleh. Fade to white, and his body disappeared first this time, but these guys actually look different. Interesting. This is Sinluarb and Senluarb. And they hear his voice. Heritors of the Ova. And apparently, instead of his children, he entrusted the task of repopulating the Orphe to him. So those guys know where they're going. But other than that, I'm just gonna walk off and fade away and somehow not get killed by the same thing. But now, we check our mission log. It is our active mission now is to acquire Xenoblade water from somewhere in Mira. There's no follow ball to help you. It's exploration time. Okay, interesting thing. You get no guidance as to where the Xenoblade water is, but there's actually tons of it everywhere across Mira. I know of one location as to where it definitely is. There's definitely one part of it, or there's definitely one item of it. It's an easy place to find in Primordia. It's where I did it when I did this quest my first playthrough. Please ignore the engine sounds in the background. I have no way of drowning that out reliably. But, in the spirit of this game, we're not gonna find the easy one. I'm pretty sure it appears mostly in caves, so I am gonna look in every cave I find. But like I said, if we couldn't find more side quests, I would be exploring Sylvalum. So we're gonna do that on foot this time because I don't know, something about masochism. But let's fight an Abyssal Sacrifall. If we're gonna get EXP, we might as well fight something actually above our level. That is a good Beam Barrage. I like AI version of Brian is also just as trigger happy with Beam Barrage as Brian controlled version of Brian. So I like this. This is already heading in a pretty good way. Fortunately, I really botched that. You know, we'll get Primer up to double charge. And despite how questionably in good shape we look, we should still have no problem with this. Like, again, no matter what we do, Core Crusher Ether Blast is gonna win almost instantly. Oh, botch the side slash. Yeah, unfortunately these soul voices that grant TP will only grant it to me. I guess I could be using more Stream Edge. Like this. Yeah, that was actually pretty good. I should probably be doing it more often. Yeah, Hope keeps going down. That's unfortunately to be expected. Again, I would be playing as her, but she still doesn't have enough arts and is pretty low leveled. There we go. See, look at that. Look at that. Hope just leveled up and got an art after saying she's low leveled, so that's what we're going for, and Brian is now 3/10 of the way to level 30. Just have to fight enemies your level to actually get EXP. Or, you know, screw it, fight enemies above your level. That works too.
Thank you for that nice cup of tea the other day.
Anytime. I'm experimenting with a new blend if you want to try it.
Yeah, I don't know why I wasn't talking for those last few seconds. I was gonna wait for them to finish talking because it was like, hey, look, more evidence of Elma not being a completely serious character like I was saying a few episodes ago. She enjoys making tea and apparently will make some for the party members if the dialogue with Hope there was any indication. I just forgot to say that immediately for whatever reason. I don't know. This is the part of Sylvalum where we actually been through. I'm probably going to cut out some of these times when we get completely ambushed like this. Just because it's not a fight I'm intentionally picking. Even though it will be helping for the whole getting EXP thing I've been talking about. Although, this thing's almost dead already, so I might as well keep the rest of this fight in. Yeah, Electric Surge doesn't do much damage when I have high HP. I also just used Violent Streak, thinking it was a melee art. Or I guess I thought move in meant used ranged attacks for some reason. I don't know. That guy didn't even drop anything. You know?
What?
I was gonna say let's go get the Skell and make things go a little faster. But with this thing aggroed, with two of those things aggroed, I don't think we'll need to worry about that. I think we'll be dying and going back to the Skell pretty quickly. Look at that. That one's gonna aggro once the other ones go past it. Or no, it actually doesn't have a circle. They don't all aggro. It's not one of those types of enemies. How did we make it out of that alive? I question myself on things like that every day. Wait, there's one more. Let's be smart and go around it. Let's see. Now what I could do is warp to somewhere that I know would have something. Or that it might actually even have the cave that the water's in. Manon the Water Whisperer as opposed to Manon. All they did was add another N. Let's see, it doesn't... Okay, we did discover the North Sail Sand Sea. Problem is, a lot of these places give you chump change in terms of experience. So those things settled down, so those are going to be... Those might not be False Axum, actually. This is level 39 Dazzling Lycior. Those are, like, weird versions of Saltats. Oh! Yep, I knew those were going to be... Those aren't False Axum. Those are Arenatect. I was going to Jesus Christ!
One more hit.
Okay. That could be a problem. Where is it even going to put me back, actually? I don't know where the last legit landmark I was at was. Oh, back at the South Sail Sand Sea. So, you know, we're not going to do that this time. We're going to go to the Northern Sea Road, which I discovered. And do some interesting things there. Because from the Northern Sea Road, you can get it to two of the cooler parts of Sylvalum. And by that, I don't just mean Kaldros, because Sylvalum is better. Sylvalum is my favorite continent. I think Sylvalum's like almost everyone's favorite continent, I have to think. That's a high-level biological thing. That's a skill we can't do anything with. Alright. First off, if you go south from the Northern Sea Road, avoiding the mighty Virago. Sounds like a car or something, I don't know. Are you sight-based? Oh, you're asleep, that's... Oh no, you are sight-based! I didn't see that icon. I'm gonna die in a second. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. Didn't attack me. Okay, that's another Arenatect. Maybe this was a bad idea. There are also these guys at high levels. I have a feeling this rock's also going to be an Arenatect. Okay. So yeah, this is why you don't want to fall off the edge of Sylvalum. It's entirely surrounded by a cliff in most places, which kind of makes the whole continent thing feel a little weird. And I forgot this was a thing. I honestly forgot this was a thing, so... This is just the regular Sylvalum. God damn it. Never mind. I was going to say, hey look, there's another piece of the life hold up there, because there actually is. That'll become important, surprise, surprise, in a later mission. But not really much time to stop and admire it, because we're dying. There we go. At least the germivores don't target you for very long. Yeah, from here you can actually see it looks like it's another piece of the life hold. Although, what are those guys down there then?
Challenge accepted.
Oh! I forgot there were any of these outside of Kaldros. The evil Jareds. These are like some messed up somehow incredibly deadly roly-poly bugs. Cauldros ones are bigger, but they're actually lower leveled big ones. I was kind of surprised that those are in the 40s, although everything in here has been in the 40s, so I guess I shouldn't be surprised at this point. There's a treasure all the way up there. It's through a bunch of Viviohasts. There's through 2 Viviohasts, actually. I might be able to go over them. Went over other guys. If I can get up here in the first place. Alright, there's only a couple of them. Only other enemy is that Centimere that's not going to aggro. Is this mechanical? Archie 2, okay. Not a segment, but the EXP's there at least. Now, amazingly, we've gone maybe 3 segments south on the Sea Road so far. You know, I still do kind of find it weird that it's called the Sea Road when you're not really, you're above the sea, you're not along the sea. I don't know if there's like an official definition of what a sea road is, but to me, it makes me think road that's next to the sea. I mean, we're technically next to the sea, we're just, there's no access to it. That's the thing. I think that like a sea road would be like a long road alongside a beach that you could use to get into the sea, put a boat in it or something like that. I don't know. Maybe I just don't have the geographical vocabulary I should. More level 39 guys. Okay, their levels are getting lower the closer we get to the south end, or the further south we get in general. Discovered the southern sea road, so we do have another landmark to jump to when we die next. We can get through those Penetrator Edseculas. That is not a good name to give these things when they look like that. Okay. Here we go. Mechanical level 4. This better be a segment. That wasn't a wow. I'm actually surprised that wasn't the segment. Don't have the probe anywhere near here, so I can't tell, like, what we're actually supposed to do for that segment, but I'm amazed that a level 4 thing wasn't it. Now, it looks like on this level of elevation out front, there's another treasure. There we go. Okay. The Psychuses are going down in level still. Archie 2, this is... That was the segment, apparently. Okay. Now 40% of the way to level 30. Got a Skell Augment. I might actually put that on my new level 30 Skell. That's the thing. I might not even jump into the story mission right after this. I just want the level 30 Skell because I can actually fight strong. I just want to fight strong guys. We're going to do that. I see a bio thing. Okay, level 33 Marna. Ah. I could get around these guys. I'm pretty sure I can get around these guys. I can actually access it. Nice. That was another segment and another 100. I like the way this is going. But the thing is, we've now come out of the Sea Road, and look at that, north end of Lake Ciel. Ciel. I don't know what it's actually called. So that's an interest. It's a part of Sylvalum. It's there. Let's see. Oh, you'd think that I thought that a lot of these skells, if you go near them, they'll actually turn out to have an enemy in them. Lutetia Terramand. Interesting. So I guess some of them are fake outs. There's another treasure in here. I'm assuming it's either the enemies or the level required to access it, because that kept me from doing it before, because this was fairly on the beaten path. Oh, it was the enemies. Okay. Alright, that one wasn't a segment. Expecting that one to be a segment was probably too much to ask for. Although, there are these really interesting looking mountains up here. It's also a rubidium false swell that would have murdered us if we were in Skell before, so I'm glad I'm not in there. There's also another treasure down here. That's the problem. I keep finding more treasure. It's keeping me off my objective, which is probably the point. It's almost like it's a big game with a large world to explore and stuff like that. Not complaining about that, just something I can actually do. I like this. Natural progression, only 30 experience. We're gonna die now. Targeted by an enhanced barrager zig. Problem is, to get where I need to go, we do need to get around this thing. You know what? Brian tanked a hit from it. Okay, we did discover... Okay, we got the landmark. We got the South Hard Heart Canyon landmark, so when we die, we'll at least come back here. I'm amazed it's not doing more damage. I guess because it's a stationary thing. It's not able to... There we go. Okay, we did get away. Alright, this guy just cuts to the chase with his name. He's just a Marnuk evildoer. But our landmark took us to the South Hard Heart Canyon, which is a canyon in between these two mountains that would not be formed by any geological process present on Earth, so they're probably not really... I'm guessing Mira has weird tectonics, or those weren't tectonically formed in the first place, because they're just kind of... These aren't mountains, they're just big plateaus, honestly. Ah, Bio 3, okay. I knew we were going to run into stuff that I couldn't actually get, eventually. We made it through to the other side of Hard Heart Canyon. Which actually puts us on a cliff right above the Sylvalum Sea Road. If you look down here, that's where we were. And if you look further over, or that part that was blocked by the wall, you can see these giant spire things, besides the huge centimeters up there. They're just those really big spire things. That's something deeper in Cauldros that we'll see when we actually explore further in there, which I'm still not going to do, again, until we get the level 30 scout. Kind of like that opens up everything. Alright, you're going to be a germivore. You're going to... That thing, that plant there is going to attack me. Plant didn't attack me, but... Nope, Archie-4. It's not going to happen anytime soon. Although, what we came here for wasn't really the Hard Heart Canyon part of things. It was this ramp that leads actually up above the canyon into the... gonna call them mountains because the game calls them mountains, no matter how much it pains me to do so. So, we come around this curve. I might have made a bit of a mistake coming to Sylvalum instead of, like, Deep Oblivia or Deep Noctilum just because the enemies are stronger. Like, level 40s instead of the high 20s, low 30s that would be almost necessary to... I don't know. Oh yes, it's cutting into night. Got these great skyboxes. Everything's turning the nice green color of nighttime Sylvalum. Even the imposing structures in Cauldros look nice this time of day. Just heading up here. This might have been the one part to use a Skell for. The more I think about it, this was definitely designed to drive and not run, especially because of the lack of enemy. Okay, I thought that probe was like down there, attached to something at the bottom. Thankfully it wasn't, because I would have been really mad having to run up here a second time. Alright, there is an enemy there that will actually target... Oh, there's a Zig below there. It's an enhanced barrager Zig. We discover it. Oh, here it is. I knew there was going to be a 420 around here somewhere. Looks like we got it. So we got the site. But surprisingly, right after saying you don't want to jump off the side of Sylvalum, just because we got a respawn point now, I'm going to jump off the side of Sylva. Never mind. Okay, there is a cave in there that you can only really get by jumping down. I guess the Zig targeting me flinched me at that time, so I'm going to just warp back up top and try to do that again. Alright, oh, we got the pollen mist thing. What is it actually? It's rising energy mist. Okay, I thought it was just pollen. Alright, is the Zig still here in this weather? It will always still be here. That's a problem. Alright, there's the Insecula's down there flying. We can get through here with... Okay, no, I'm just right next to the life hold piece. I guess the cave I thought was there was somewhere else. It's actually kind of unfortunate. Okay, resetting it again gave us the Crimson Aurora, which is not an... Oh, the cave's here. It's not... I thought this was going to lead to the mountain, not the cave. Okay. Shows how much I still need to learn about this thing. And you see that thing moving around? Remember the Cantors we fought? Yeah, if we go up near here... That'll aggro... Oh, that was a tyrant, too! Good God! Yeah, that's what Cantors look like in their natural habitat. Dead. Okay. I am going to actually get into the cave there at some point. I know I failed 3 times, unfortunately missing the Aurora. But now it's back to the Rising Energy Mist, which, now that we're going inside instead of on top of the mountain, doesn't really matter anymore. Ryan is halfway there. Oh, no. Okay, we did discover the unexplored territory, Behemoth Shadows, and... I got another 20%. Just because unexplored territories are worth a lot more EXP. So this is basically a cave, but with stronger enemies than other caves. This is one of Sylvaum's... Sylvaum doesn't have too many caves, just because of the way it's laid out. This is one of the more deadly ones. As well as one of the more secluded ones. I'm thinking I want to go in here either for a treasure or for... I have a feeling one of the units of Xenoblade water is in here. So if I can just happen to see a red item thing, I'll take it. I don't see anything here other than a bunch of actually really strong Bladas. Now that's... I know that, like, the first game did a lot of things with... One of the super bosses was a bunny. And yeah, there is what's technically a super boss that's a Blada, but finding regular high-level Bladas isn't too common. We got through some of the enemies, and you guys are not sight-based, so I can sneak through here. You guys, on the other hand, are sound and sight-based, so I can't sneak through there. Never mind. Let's try the other way. Not sure how much I can even get through here without being able to directly kill anything. Or even get away without dying quickly. Most likely. Oh, that's mean. I thought he didn't have any Bladas around him. He had like 6. Still making it through, still making it through. That's just a drop-off with Itseculas that can actually see me. Okay. Problem. Lacking solution currently. We can get around this guy again. I'm going to try to break through those Bladas. Because that's really the only way to actually progress in here. It's the sight more than the sound I'm worried about, because I can, like, actually slow down no problem. What else is in there? Another Cantor, which is sound-based too. Let's see, if we go in first person... Okay. It's a big room. Ho ho! Actually, what am I doing? There's a way to get around everything that uses Elma. Totally forgot about this trick. I should probably actually be doing something like this if I'm Let's Playing the game. But if you got... Hold on. Which art of hers am I looking for? It's not Ghost Factory. Definitely not Killing Machine. No, Thirsty Edge Primer. Oh, it is Shadowrunner, which I already have. So, if used from behind an enemy, it will disable enemy detection completely. You can use this out of battle. Surprisingly. It's like you never get any indication that any of your abilities do anything outside of battle. But you can actually use Shadowrunner. It'll have an effect out of a fight. Except I'm not going to use it because I don't see the need to now that I'm through here. Watch this not be something I can do. Of course it's not something I can do. I gotta hope there's at least some mechanical treasure in here. Otherwise, I'm screwed and came here for pretty much nothing. Let's see, how do you get up top? There's... Legato the Skywatcher. Interestingly, a lower level tyrant mixed in with relatively high leveled enemies. Okay. Oh, this is tense. This is tense. There's a Cantor blocking something there, so I'm not going to go for it, but... I can get up on top here. There might be something around that I might actually be able to grab. Not confident there will be, but at least the minor enemies here are not easily going to aggro me unless I start attacking them, which I'm going to hopefully be smart enough to not do. Now, unfortunately, it does look like there isn't going to be any Cenerapa in here. Okay. Doesn't even look like there's cave Xiphus. There's an underground lake in here, which is nice and stuff, but another. This says just like a billion tyrants are in here. There's not even any treasure in this room, really. But there is. Oh, there is. Just down, I guess. Oh, there's something I can actually do. I'm actually amazed that flower next to me wasn't a mortarful of some sort, and it's only worth 30 credits. Oh, there's one. Okay. I don't think I was going to get very far in this cave, so I'm going to let this thing kill me unless I can manage to get away and, like, find one of the other treasures in here.
We could just turn the tides.
It's picking off hope. Oh, wow. There was a place I could go in here that it wouldn't stay aggroed on me. I'm assuming the other big flower is another sacrifice. There's another thing I can actually... I'm surprised. I'm surprised this worked out so well. Other question is how to get back up. I was originally just gonna, like, fast travel. Oh, here we go. Past more sacrifices is, of course, the answer. There we go. This is what I like about the game. You can just explore random places. I forgot this place existed. I was aiming to go somewhere else. Made a wrong turn. Found myself in a huge cave full of strong enemies. Then I'm going in here. I'm exploring. I'm having trouble, but it's both enjoyable and something you could just kind of do because you want to. It's one of the things I like about the game. Although... Okay, so we aggroed a cave cantor. Now, here comes the Elma strat. Never mind, I don't have TP because I died. Okay, we're just gonna die. Alright, that could have gone better. Okay, as you can tell, things could have gone a little better in the Behemoth Shadows. I found it without a problem. I went through without a problem. I would have been okay. I would have actually got... There's a trick. Because Elma's Shadowrunner aura disables enemy detection if used from the back, if you target an enemy and use Shadowrunner from behind it, even out of battle, or even out of like a full official battle thing, like if I had 1000 TP and used it now and that was a sight type enemy, I could walk in front of it without a problem. That works and that's cool and stuff. I was fully prepared to use that strat. I'm just an idiot, forgot that it didn't have any TP and that it wouldn't work. So it didn't work, and I died. But we're not going to push our luck with that cave this time, anymore this time. Instead, we're going to do what I came here to do, which is get on top of those mountains, because up there are some more landmarks that'll be worth a lot of EXP. It's another good thing about the game, it actually encourages exploration by making the landmarks actually give you EXP, and the rarer and harder to find ones give you more. I know that a lot of games like this do give you stuff for exploring places, but I like how they specifically have a system of areas that are designed to be, find this and your incentive is EXP in a nice site. But now that we're here, this is the ramp I meant to take. We discovered the Hard Heart Ravine base camp. So, we've now gone into a brand new region of Sylvalum, which we'll hopefully discover soon enough. It's another big ramp that was clearly designed for Skells. I think there are Ovis on here during the day. Oh, unfortunately burned through the night, so I'm not going to get to see this at night first time. Although there is another base camp up there, actually. I could have changed the time back to night there, but I'll do it once we reach the top. I already see a treasure this level on screen. I like the way that's going. Now we're about to come into what's probably my favorite location in the entire game. Doesn't look too great now, just because this is all parts of Sylvalum we've seen before. Except for that weird citadel-like area. I could have gone there, too. I don't know if there's much for me, but... Oh, here are the Ovis. They just... That's cool. These must be, like, an animal that can only live at a certain altitude. Because now that we're up here, they're showing up. They weren't there before. And the plant life is changing. I love how the environments are actually realistic. This is a thing that could happen. Here we go. This is the view starting to get a little nicer. You can see that we took the straight path through. Like that. There's your Cauldros threshold. You can see pretty much where I ended up walking, which is just under those arches, and you can see how much of Sylvalum there is besides that. I don't think Sylvalum's the biggest continent. I actually think Primordia is, of all of them. Just because, first thing, you gotta show off how big your world is. And it's the one that you end up coming back to the most. Oh, that's a canyon jaw. Cool. As long as I can get a landmark before getting seen by one of those. There we go. Right on cue, Delusion's North Summit. Here's the base camp.
Looks like we've got no
Wow, it saw us on top of the base camp. Okay. Got some... I didn't know you could get intel while in fights, because there's, like, no real way to fight. Do I have to act... I have to attack you to get you to, like, kill me first, right? Come on. Please. You're attacking the wrong people. I'm just trying to get taken out here. There we go. Thank you. Now, interestingly, the Delusion's North Summit landmark is on the other side of the base camp. So I don't know why it spawned us there. I don't know. Not a big deal. Not complaining to be here in the slightest. Alright, let's go. 1730. Wasn't even trying for that. But okay. Still the day music, but it'll turn to night soon enough, so no need to change time again. Yeah, enemies up here are a lot stronger than I remember them being. I probably shouldn't have come here. But I kind of wanted to. If I'm gonna get EXP to die again to this thing, let's actually run this time. Never mind. Alright, new plan. Instead of trying to find the treasure next to the enemy that keeps killing me, I'll try to get the other treasures. It's probably a better idea. Now, I'm really hoping this is true. But I'm pretty sure there is some, like, special unexplored territory type location up here on the mountaintops. Because there's Delusion's, this is Delusion's North Summit, and we're going to be heading south onto the South Summit eventually. So really hoping that there's going to be one of those around here so I can get a huge piece of EXP. Which would be like another 20% of the level up I need. This pond is nice, little tiny thing. This tree is just really cool. Pretty sure there's a mission that needs you to get something from around here, like a red item. Also realized I alternate between mission and quest way too often. The game calls them missions, but they were quests in the first game and are probably going to be called quests in the second, so... Or not the second. In 2. 2 isn't the second game. That's a little confusing. Or no, it's this tree. This is the tree. This is like that other tree, but it's opened. Here's the cool tree. Yeah, where's the treasure here? Down here? There we go, down here. I like how everything's level 2. Despite this being like level 40 enemy territory, all the treasures are like, the field skill things are level 2. So yeah, that's the Delusion's North Summit. It's basically dominated by those two big tree things. Although, there's another thing down here. We discovered the Granada Gehenna span, which is sort of this big bridge connecting the North and South Summit. Oh god. Oh, I forgot that those guys were there. Lask the Unscrupulous. Mephite Tyrant. If we can get away, that would be nice, because, as you can see here... Never mind. You know what? It put us right back here, right at the landmark, right in the direction we're going, right in the middle of the chorus of the Sylvalum Night theme. I can't really complain about that death at all. Although I'm going to be smart and actually walk the span they made for us this time. Let's go. Yeah, these mountain Trojan are also like the kind of enemy. There are a lot of enemy species in here, especially the smaller ones that make you not want to have to kill them. and sometimes you do have to kill them, because that's how these games work. You kill things. But the Mountain Trojan are one of those as well. No, I'm not going to get fooled by that treasure this time. I'm going to learn from mistakes. That's how you don't die at all. Although here, there's actually a treasure on this level, which I think is this way. Discover the Delusion South Summit. This one, the north one, was kind of like just a relaxed, secluded area with the lakes and stuff. This one's more of a giant maze of rock wall. So it's, you can trivialize it with a Skell, because Skells can just like jump over everything. But okay, I can see that that thing's an Itzecula on a tree and it'll jump me. I can also see there's Highland Jakul, a even bigger version of the other ones. Although, ironically, this is the...
This must be a challenge.
I thought I was safe. I was not. Okay, I respawned right inside a Divine Lycior's range of vision. That's nice.
It's no use. Use a buff so we can turn this around.
Yeah, you thought the North Summit was deadly. South is kind of even worse.
One more hit.
Look, I died on the respawn point even. I don't know if I can break this cycle until it turns, like, day and they don't aggro anymore. Yeah, this is, like, the one really busted landmark, because you can just get comboed. I'm not going to remove Elma. Swap me back into the lead. Because first thing, you know, I said you can trivialize it with a Skell. Can't really do that yet. I know this will let things aggro me easier, but I need the mobility more than anything. There's also a territorial Siluth. So, got the big boys in here too. There's a treasure down here. It is something I could do. I find it really weird. I guess they do expect you to want to come here on foot. Because they throw a lot of stuff that you can get relatively early in the game, too. Like, you'd think there'd at least be a couple 4s in here. And here we got the interesting rave party with the Divine Lyciors are all just kind of chilling around a Dazzling Lycior. I think it's kind of weird that they actually brought one of the lower elevation ones up here. Archaeological too. This is really weird. Hasn't been a single 3 up here at all, which is bad because I'm here for the EXP, but good in terms of actually being able to do something up here. So yeah, if you can get on top of these obsidian thing walls, it gets pretty easy, but can't really do that right now. You can really see the maze structure that I was talking about here, though. Are you kidding me? Did they target me? Or, you know, I could try escaping. Problem is, escaping in a Skell usually just aggroes more enemies.
Just turn the tides.
Although, being in a Skell means I can run faster. And I can run all the way around in a circle to a different treasure than the one I was trying to get. That's also one I can get, so...
What a blessing.
And Hope leveled up. And I'm now 20% away from the fabled 30. Not really sure who's laughing now. Okay. There's a treasure on this level, very close to here. I'm not sure how to get to. More Mephites. I'm not going to take on my level 20 Skell. Oh, here's a thing. I guess this is what I was aiming for. Yeah, there we go. 419. Oh, here we go. A mechanical level 5 frontier net site. It's one of... I think there's only one in every continent, and this is the Sylvalum one. Now, that would have been worth a lot of like EXP and stuff, so it is a problem that I couldn't get it, but I also could really use the fast travel point. So how much I've been dying. It's not a deal breaker though. Not going to try to get that one. I got up on a wall for a second. Is there something past the Siluth? There's a treasure past the Siluth. Now, are these guys... Okay, they're not sight enemies on foot, which is good. Let's go around and see what you're guarding. There we go, the one thing I actually can access. Go figure. This end of the South Summit's right over the Sea Road again. So one thing I'm really a little disappointed about is... Well, I don't know why Hope screamed. I think you can get launched automatically just by touching larger enemies. So she must have bumped into it in a way that I didn't. Now, one thing Alright, I'm gonna try to get this one this time. It's gonna be stupid. It's not gonna work. They're gonna turn around any second. Okay, it did work. Never mind. Gotta reverse psychology of the game. Alright. I'm looking to get up on top of this. Just in some way so we could see Knight Silverlorn from up here. Like, I don't want to have to go back to the North Summit for that. Yeah, there are 8 million territorial Siluths in here. It's a wonder they haven't all killed each other for territory. It's like they're bumping right into each other. You'd think something that big would need a larger space to call its own. What do I know? It's aliens. Don't question it. That one I'm going to have trouble getting, so I'm not going to try. And there we go. Back to the span. Oh, that's kind of unfortunate. I wanted to get a big overview of Silver from up here. I go to the Endeavored Seculas. Okay, this is where I came when I died before, though, so... Might be something down here. Oh, there's a chopper wreckage. Alright, Mechanical 3, I like that. I'll take it. Take the EXP. Okay, 10%. You need 10% more of a level. That's only a few hundred EXP. I want to... You know, I'm going to find the Center Water in Sylvalum. I know this is a long episode, but I'm going to try to find it. Alright, bit of a change in mind because the internet even has never discovered where the Center Water in Sylvalum is. They've only found it in Primordia and Cauldro, so worst comes to worst, I get it in Primordia. But what I'm going to do is head to where I know another cave is, because I do know... Or it's by waterfalls, so it might not actually be anywhere in Sylvalum. But it's in a cave in Primordia. It's by a cave in a waterfall. Or by a waterfall in a cave. I don't know how you have a cave in a waterfall, but I'm like behind it. But it might be at cave. It might be specifically in cave, so I'm going to head for where I think a cave is. Where I seem to remember there being a cave. Discovered the Anvil Sand Plane. The wrong people leveled up, unfortunately. What was that in the background? It looked like a Progen or something just jumping through the universe. But, I don't know. Glowing Sinicula. Another glowing Sinicula, I don't know. Treasure underneath here, maybe? Yeah, there we go, it's mechanical, which is even better. Wow! Okay, mechanical level 5. That must be what's needed for that segment. It is. Here we go, there's the cave. Knew it was around here. No, that's not a cave. I'm stupid. I thought that stuff with the mist on it was like a cave entrance or something. I don't know. If we can get through, like, up top that thing. Getting near a probe segment, actually. So, I'm surprised there isn't a pillar of light around here. But... Oh, there's the cave. I knew the cave is here, just thought it was something else. Now, that Oxserve would aggro if I were in a Skell, so I'm glad it doesn't when a party member is, and I'm not. Let's see. Oh, what aggroed me? Okay. Just another run attacked. Figures. Here it is. There we go. There's our level. We discovered the Banshee Cave. And the Skell's broken, which kind of doesn't matter since we're getting a new one next episode now that I actually leveled up. Alright. So we got what we came here for. Got a level. Discovered the Banshee Cave. Was that a landmark? Oh, that was a landmark. Even better. But... oh, never mind. Never mind. I was going to say let's explore it and hope there's some Cenerapa water in there. I'm not going back unless I can one-shot a Hermidictus, which is not going to be for a very long time and might not even be within the scope of this Let's Play. So, next time, we're getting a new Skell, taking that for a joyride, and I don't know what we're doing beyond that. Probably just taking the new Skell for a joyride, if I'm being honest. But the episode after that's the one where we're going to actually do the story mission. And what would be a good idea is, while taking the new Skell for a joyride, get Hope, like, class levels? Like, I think class levels are more important for... yeah, because she still doesn't have 8 arts. Might swap her out for someone else for the story mission, but other than that, she's sticking around as the 4th. But this has been a very long episode. I need to rest my voice now. So, until next time, when we're going to get a new Skell and take it for a joyride, this has been Luxin, signing off.